Hello guys and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I want to tell the story of how I started trading. It was 5 years ago and it was one of the coolest things and is one of the biggest hobbies I've ever had in my life. And yeah, today I want to tell you like how I started, how it's going and how far I've come until now. Yeah, back in the day I bought a Bravo case for 16 cents. Today these go for like 22 euros or something. And yeah, I was a little bit of a lucky guy and I unboxed a... where is it? There. I unboxed a I think it was minimal wear. Yeah, I unboxed a minimal wear fire serpent. Yeah, just guess how much I sold it for. I tried to sell it for 31 euros, but it was too expensive, so I had to sell it for 7.27. Just for comparison, the Fire Serpent goes for around 500 euros nowadays. And yeah, this was like the first encounter of me with skins. I opened a little bit of cases. I also got a golden koi, which was like 5 euros at that time. And yeah, I was not really that into skins. I just thought, yeah, okay, these are really cool. A little bit of gambling is also fun. So I just was playing around a little bit. Fast forward to the 3rd of January 2015. This, I would say, was the starting of my trading career. I bought a passive card for 100 euros because I really wanted an AWP Asimov. It was quite new at that time, but it was also like, I think it was like half a year old, so the price was already been down a little bit. So I bought a Battlescard AWP Asimov for like 31 euros, but I didn't know anything about floats at that time. And I also, I picked one up in-game, a Battlescard one. I thought it looks really cool. So I buy one, and it looked like really shit. It has a really bad floats, and was so disappointed that I spent 31 euros, that much, on a game, and I just got a skin that I don't even like. I sold it on the same day for 4 euros loss. Nice. But on the same day I bought still one of my favorite knives, a Huntsman Scorched Battlescard for 63 euros. This was like all the trading budget that I had. That was my start. You can see I think the first half of a year you can see in my knife to dragon lore. I think I need about 6 months to trade this knife into a Battlescard Dragon Lore, which was about, I think, 500 euros at that time. And yeah, we will fast forward a couple of years and months. I switched to csgo.exchange because they have an inventory history of my inventory from the 2nd of February, just like 1 month after I started trading. And you can already see my inventory has grown. Keep in mind that some skins are bought, most of these are play skins, so these are bought, and the prices are not accurate. These are nowadays prices. So that knife was just about 3 euros more than the knife I bought. And that's the Asimov, and this was only like 3 euros, so it's not 22, don't worry. So, but I was already up a little bit. I got myself a Vulcan, a Battlescard Asimov, which I really liked. And also M4 Cyrex, which is still one of the coolest skins out there, I think. It's only like 10 euros in minimal wear, I don't understand. But yeah, I was trading up, and you have to remind yourself it was way easier back then because you could trade endless times a day because there was no trade restriction. Also, see, that was like the start of CSGO launch. And trading was really becoming big at that time. So we will fast forward like, let's say like 3 months, May 6th. And yeah, you can see some things has already changed. I got myself a minimal Vulcan. I got a well-worn statuette Ceramic Crimson Web. Holy shit. How the fuck did I manage to trade that shit? Okay. I got a Masterpiece, which was way more expensive at that time. And the Deagle Blaze, which was really cheap. And why the fuck is that 20 euros? Okay, you can see I was already making my way up, but because I want to get to my dream knife, which was a Karambit Doppler. Yeah, we go way more ahead, and there it is, my Karambit Doppler Phase 4. I didn't know anything about phases at that time, or floats or something. It was minimal wear, that was a little bit shitty, but it was my dream knife, and I remember I accepted the trade when I was at my girlfriend's place, and I was like, holy shit, I just got a Karambit Doppler. She's just like, what's that? And I'm like, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand the feels. I just got my dream knife. It was so cool. And also got a Bayonet Marble Faded. This one actually, I unboxed it. So that's nothing to do with my trading. That was the first knife I unboxed. Pretty good knife to unbox, I know. But that was the first knife I unboxed, and my friends were quite salty at me. And yeah, let's fast forward. We will fast forward to before I sold my inventory, I think about 3 times. And we will fast forward before I did this. It was on November. On the 4th of November, I decided I've gathered a cool skin, which I can easily sell. And I decided to sell it. Okay, it's not here. There it is. On the November 5th, I traded a lot of skins, a lot of knives for my first factory new Dragon Lore. I was so ducking proud of that. I mean, I had some field tested dealers for trading purposes, because dealers are pretty good to trade because, of course, a lot of people want them, especially in that times where there were no gun gears or something. And yeah, I managed to get myself a factory new dealer, which was about 1,500 euros at that time. And I still managed to keep a cool knife. And then I still had a stat track Vulcan, cool. So yeah, that was like the end of my first trading period. I mean, I was 18 at the time, and for an 18-year-old boy, it's a lot of money to have in a video game. You can see my inventory here was around, yeah, they say 3,000, but it's hard to say because the prices are, I would say it was about 2,000 euros, my inventory at that time. And it was way too much. I thought like, holy shit, it's just pixels. Why the fuck should I keep that much money in it? I mean, it was really fun to trade, but I tried to be an adult and said, yeah, I should sell it. It's way better to sell it. I sold it on OP skins. Yeah, remember that? That was 5 ago. And yeah, I sold it for a quite good price. And yeah, I told my mom that my parents that I will sell my skins for around, and I will get around 1,000 euros after the taxes. And they were like, yeah, whatever, let the boy talk, yeah. And then one morning I woke up and I got the email from OP Skins that my Dragon Lore got sold. And I showed it to my dad, and he was like, who the fuck would buy these? And yeah, he was really surprised. Yeah, we will fast forward a couple of months to, it's just half a year later, I decided, hey, how about I start trading again? And yeah, that was my inventory before I decided. It was just play skins I decided to keep. I think this was the coolest financing Asimov. I loved it. And I think it was just the coolest skins to have. And yeah, I decided to trade again. So I started trading with my play skins, and I also bought something. I think I bought these 2 knives. I got them pretty cheap from OP Skins. And decided to trade again. And yeah, we will fast forward until, because you can already see I traded for like three times. Yeah, so 3 times. This was the first one, and I started at around 100 euros and got to about 2k. These are not that precise. And that one I started with, yeah, my play skins and these knife, which really about at that time around 300 euros. And yeah, ended up selling it at 1 year later. It was 1 year? Yeah, I traded for 1 more year there. Let's see, and 1 year later I traded this to this. Which was, yeah, I have to say there I invested some money into that, so this is not just trading. It would be ridiculous. But most of it is out of trading. I would say about at least 70% is out of trading. And yeah, I got myself a field tested dealer. I got a Karambit Ruby and a Karambit Sapphire, which I named Dawn and Saphira, which is comment below if you know the reference. And yeah, some player skins which I always had. And yeah, at that time I decided I should probably sell that again. And yeah, I did the same thing that I did 1 year, like 2 years before. I pretty much sold all my inventory. And if you fast forward to June, oh yeah, that's my inventory in June 11th. I remember I had play skins, but I lost them in gambling. So I sold most of the stuff and my play skins I lost in gambling. Yay, that could happen. And yeah, it only took like a little bit of time so that I realized, hey, this trading thing is, yeah, like a little bit out of my life, which I really enjoy every time I do it. And yeah, I bought a knife, I bought some play skins. The inventory started to grow again. That's about half a year later. And I always traded on different sites. Most of the time CSGO Lounge, but in the end they closed down, which was still pretty bad. I would say this was just a short period where I traded. I bought this stuff, yeah, and half a year later, you can see there's not many inventory checks. I traded this up to a little bit, then I sold most of it, and I kept this as my playing inventory. All StatTrak skins, I really liked it, and I kept as my playing knife, I kept the Cramped Slaughter Factory New, and yeah, I bought some skins that I really liked. So in that time I didn't trade it. I was in my outgoing semester. I was in Ireland for half a year and I didn't play CS that much. I just had these skins laying around in case I play, and yeah, didn't thought much of it. Then I started my second outgoing semester. I was in Germany for half a year and yeah, I decided let's start again. And I think I actually sold my Cramped Slaughter and bought a Huntsman Sapphire Factory New. You can see I still have all my play skins and I got that Sapphire. I first thought I just want to keep it because it's just a really cool knife and it's I love all these play skins, but in the end I a little bit missed it, and yeah, I started trading again. That's like 1 year, that's like 15 months ago. I started trading with, yeah, say about 1.5k. And yeah, let's fast forward to today. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, this was my, today I think I'm on my last trading adventure, I would say. And at the moment I'm about 20k, but yeah, it's just I think a little bit ridiculous where you can see the spikes. I think it's like a little bit of why it's rising and just such a difference nowadays to trade. I think it's just that I learned a lot of stuff. I didn't get scammed. I knew which items I was going for. I knew how to like talk to people. And I also knew how to keep advantage of all the systems that just are in CSGO trading, which are like trading sites, trading bots, gambling sites, which often also allow to trade. Yeah, just investments. You see that this is a big, a really sick graph to say I traded that, but keep in mind that I also I traded in the middle of the Chinese invasion, where like all the prices basically doubled because of that. So it's not just my trading's fault, but I'm still very proud of what I did. And yeah, this is my inventory 5 days ago. I didn't show my inventory today because I have a lot of skins on different sites and didn't really reflect what I have and what I do. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my trading story. If you want to see more of it, leave it in comments below, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. I'm Neon and I'll see you guys in the next one.